Episode 17, What You Should Do If You Break Your Success Habit, and 3 Easy Steps to Get You Back on Track.
Helping you create more happiness, abundance, and freedom in your life and community because you deserve it. And now, your host for the Happy Abundant Freedom Podcast, Angela Lynn.
Hey, it's Angela Lynn, and welcome to episode 17 of the Happy Abundant Freedom Podcast. Now, today's episode, I want to talk to you about what to do if you accidentally broke your habit. You know, that fantastic, successful habit that you've been trying to implement in your life. Well, what should you do if you accidentally didn't do that habit one time or perhaps a couple of times? How do you get back into it? So we're going to cover that today. And I'm actually going to give you 3 steps of how you can get back successfully into your habit after breaking it. So, step number 1 is to have the right mindset after you broke your habit. You see, nobody's perfect, and sometimes we slip up and we might just accidentally miss a habit. So perhaps you were going to go exercise every week for twice a week and you wanted to do them on Monday and Thursday. Well, maybe something accidentally came up on Thursday that you really needed to pay attention to, and so you forgot to go exercise that day. And the thing that you have to keep in mind is that you have to not beat yourself up and talk to yourself negatively. Nobody is perfect, and it's okay if you accidentally miss a habit. The thing is, you have to make sure you don't feel guilty and start behaving negatively and think, well, guess what? I guess I'm just a failure. I broke my habit. I don't think I can get back to it again. And you know what? Successful people, maybe they can do it. They succeed because they always do consistently implement their habit every time. Guess what? They don't. They mess up sometimes too. And you also have to keep in mind that this break in terms of your habit, it doesn't mean you're a failure. Yes, you have to recognize the fact that you have actually fell or faced failures before in your life. But guess what? You were able to get up again. When you were first learning to walk, you fell down many times. But guess what? At the end of the day, you still got up and was able to walk. So really, you have to focus on not beating yourself up and recognize that it's okay if to actually maybe break your habit, and it's okay to fail at it, because as long as you're going to get back up and implement your successful habit again, that's okay. Now, step 2 is to analyze. Why did you break that habit? Is it because of timing? So what I was saying, perhaps you accidentally missed Thursday's exercise because, well, maybe something came up with family. And so maybe Thursday might not be a good day if you foresee that whatever happened will continue to happen in the future. So maybe schedule it to another day where you know that it won't, really nothing won't come up that will prevent you from going to exercise. So that might be one of the reasons. Another reason might be, well, are you talking negatively to yourself? Are you thinking, well, you know what, only successful habit, really successful people who are dedicated, who do implement this habit every day, they're the only ones that can succeed. And guess what? I'm not good enough. I'm not successful yet. I don't think I can do this. So if you're talking negatively to yourself, you really have to turn that around, because if you start thinking about the negatives of how you aren't able to do it, then your mindset will be focused on just giving up. And you can't do that if you want to implement a habit. So why don't you turn that around and start thinking, well, hey, successful people who are really dedicated can implement habits successfully. And as long as I'm doing a little bit each day, that's okay. I'm still moving forward. So I can still succeed. So that's the mindset that you have to train yourself to be in. You have to turn that negative into a positive. Another reason might be you're not really seeing progress when you're trying to implement your habit. So after doing this consistently, you're not really seeing the results that you want. So you just have to remind yourself that a lot of things that are great in life, it takes time to get to, okay? A lot of times, successful people didn't get there overnight. It took them a lot of time, a lot of effort to actually get to where they are right now. So as long as you're making progress, and it's okay if you slip up, but all the other times that you were able to implement your habits successfully, those are all times where you're making progress, where eventually you'll be able to achieve this habit in your life and have it run automatically in your life. So you just have to remind yourself of that as well. Now, step 3, in terms of how to actually bounce back from breaking a habit, is to go back to doing the habit immediately. So as soon as possible. So you know that you broke this habit once or twice or maybe a couple of times. But what you need to recognize is that you just need to go back into implementing your successful habit again. And that's how you're going to make it consistent and be back on track again. Because if you're just sitting there and thinking to yourself, I broke my habit, well, guess what? Time to find a new habit to implement. That's sort of like if you were trying to build a house and you built most of it, and then you all just gave up and decided, oh, you know what, I'm just going to build another land. It's like if you play Monopoly. It's like, all right, I bought a house here. Oh, guess what? Maybe I don't have enough money. All right, I'm going to go somewhere else now. That's just not going to add to your success. So make sure you go back to implementing your habit because you've already committed more to it as opposed to you trying to find a new habit to implement again. That new habit, you have to start from zero. But this successful habit that maybe you broke once or twice, well, you already have some base in that. You already have put in some effort in that. And so it's more likely that you'll be able to succeed with this habit than this one. So go back to this habit immediately and implement what you need to do to consistently have this habit in your life. For this episode's show notes with action steps, resources, transcripts, and my video recording, please visit happyabundantfreedom.com/ep17 or EP17 for the action items and also resources on how to really help you implement successful habits. And also please post in the comment section on that page as to what's a habit that you broke and what are you going to do to implement it back in your life again. So you can also post in comments as to tips of how you can successfully go back into a habit that you've broke. And I look forward to seeing those so that we can share and help more people with those. So you can go do that at happyabundantfreedom.com/EP17 or EP17. In the next episode, I'm going to talk to you as to why there's a myth, a lot of misconception about how it only takes 21 days to implement a habit successfully and have that become automatic in your life. That might work for some habits, but it doesn't work for a lot of habits. So I'm going to share with you what's the amount of time that you need to actually implement a successful habit and have that become a lasting habit in your life. That's in the next episode. As a thank you gift for becoming a subscriber to this podcast, I want to personally give you my 9 easy steps to increase focus and achieve your goals. These are what most self-help experts forgot to tell you. And this is included in my ebook that's worth $67, which I'm going to give to you for free. In this ebook, you'll get step-by-step strategies on how to easily solve the 2 root problems to your procrastination, lack of focus and action, your low self-confidence, a fear of failure or success, perfectionism, and stress from information overload. Why SMART goals actually slow you down, and one simple tweak to speed up your results. how to focus by using distractions and multitasking, and how to procrastinate to achieve your goals. I know this sounds strange, but it can be done, and I'm going to show you how. One secret habit successful people use to get people to help them achieve their goals. So you can sign up for free to become a subscriber to this podcast and get this ebook for free by going to www.happyabundantfreedom.com/podcast. And feel free to share this with your friends and family who want to increase their focus, achieve their goals, and increase their productivity and success in their life. So again, www.happyabundantfreedom.com/podcast, where I look forward to sharing all of this fantastic information with you.